And welcome back to the show. Jerry Williams is here. He's only been in precious metals for 40 years, and he's going to explain gold went down, but it was paper gold, physical gold is short. Tell us what the latest is. And gold just flying today, isn't it?
Well, it didn't just go down. It does go up and down. This was a coordinated, massive dump, if you can get this chart. I'll try to hold it still.
Maybe we'll try to. Can we get in on that, Brian?
There
Okay,
it comes.
hold that still.
This is
Jerry.
where you had tons sold at the market opening on Friday the 12th and Monday the 15th.
And we're looking at low there to point out what we're looking at, right?
It went under
And then
1400.
It went to 1330.
What it
We're currently
closed-
trading right now, less than 2 weeks later, at 1485.
Wow.
And everyone says, wow, it's no longer a store of value. It's all the gold haters are all out saying, see, we told you for the last 13 years, we've told you it's not a store of value. And by golly, we were right.
Yeah.
So, what caused it? Well, it's a massive paper dump. This is not physical gold being sold. In fact,
It's like gold stocks? Is that what?
No, these are gold futures contracts.
Oh, okay.
Now, in stocks, this would be called a bear raid, when everybody lines up and sells something because they want it to go down. And that's exactly what Goldman Sachs and some of the other money center banks did. They started selling at 1550, and they told everybody else to do the same thing. We're shorting it. Not just we're selling, we're recommending you don't buy it. No, we are recommending that you go and short it. So you had tons, 220 million tons sold in a 3-hour window. Can you imagine 128 million tons of corn being sold in the first 3 hours of trading? I mean, the market would literally collapse. There are no bids left. So, who benefits by this? Well, the banks who did this are making billions.
So they
in
make
the
money on the way down.
Well, sure,
because
they buy
short
these contracts back, which don't have any gold behind them, by the way. Obviously, they didn't have the gold. So this would appear to be illegal. In fact, you would probably be indicted if you did this in the stock market. But I'm just guarantee as soon as I sit here, there will not be an investigation of this, because the exchange is literally a government-controlled entity.
There you go.
This little thing right here reminds me of a Hershey bar.
That's exactly what it is.
Because you can, explain what we're seeing there, Jerry.
Well, Valcambi, which is a well-known German firm, has come up with an idea here for people to say, well, what am I going to do with a great big piece of gold if I have to trade it or barter with it? So here they have a 50-gram bar, which is 1.6 ounces troy, and you can break off 50 different 1-gram pieces, which is about 3/100ths of an ounce, today worth about $58 per each one of those pieces. So instead of trying to make change for a $1,000 bill, here you've got a bunch of $20 bills.
A little difficult to see on the monitor, but when I said Hershey bar, because it's perforated.
It is.
It looks like
So
the
you
little
snap
pieces
a little
that you
piece
snap off on a Hershey bar.
In an exchange situation.
But don't eat it. So
Yeah, it's
please
not
don't.
chocolate
no,
covered.
Please, I should
It's
never have said
gold.
that. So don't eat it.
Pure gold. Is that 99 point whatever?
It's pure, 99.9% pure.
Okay, so this sells as a unit of.
Right, it's 1.6 ounces of pure gold, about $2,850 for that piece right there today.
Okay. Now, that's going to become very popular.
They are very popular. In fact, all of these items are in shortage right now. We're having 3- and 4-week delays on getting some of these things, and the premiums are way up.
And of course, now this is a 2007.
It's American Silver Eagle, 1 ounce.
That's a troy ounce of silver.
Now, what if a person had like 1890, 18 in those? That means the value of this would be, in addition to the silver, or not this one, but if they had, let's say 1890, would be an antique or a.
Right. Well, that would be a collector's item.
A collector's item,
But
which would push it up even further.
Right. What's happening right now is this piece, which has about $25 worth of silver in it, is now selling for about $32.
Okay.
And you have to wait 3 to 4 weeks to get them. That's how far the mint is behind on minting them. And they're minting 7 days a week, 24 hours a day in San Francisco and West Point.
And if you had old pieces, that even puts the price even higher, what it's worth.
Right. Yeah, but all of these new items are now gaining premiums like the old ones because you can't get them.
Exactly.
So here's where supply and demand comes in.
I'm just going to say it's back to the old capitalism system.
Well, the supply of paper was overwhelming against the demand. The supply of physical gold, which is now a separate market, is now in short supply against the buyers. I mean, you look at Beijing, Singapore, other Asian countries, and they're 3-hour lines waiting to get to their gold exchange to buy.
I heard that the
gold.
University of Texas has $1 billion in physical gold.
That's true.
In their in their
Well,
basement.
they don't want to store it someplace. They actually have it.
Yeah, they own they can touch it.
Well, the government, of course, had an intended consequence, I think. The government, I think, is kind of behind this because they control the banks.
Right.
This
Sure.
is to discredit gold,
Right.
make the dollar more attractive. But the unintended consequence is that they've driven it all out of circulation.
Well, because everybody said it's dropping down, good time to
Oh,
buy.
it's a bargain. It's 2-year-old prices now. On sale.
Okay, okay. Right here on this show, you at one time made a prediction. I want your crystal ball out now. You made a prediction, and it looked like you were going to miss it with it dipping. Now it's going back up. Do you hold to your prediction? I think you said something like 2,000.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
thought it would hit. What's your prediction right now? What's your gut?
I'll tell you, it's very humbling to have missed this whole thing, as a lot of us did, and we had good information too, based on a free market.
But is it going to go up where
So-
you thought it was going to go now?
Well, no. To put a number on it would be foolish. I mean, I've almost given up predicting, particularly about the future.
Yeah, you can't.
know. So all I know is that it's still an insurance against the collapse of paper.
Do
But
you
to
feel
put a
it's going to
number on the-
continue to go up?
Well, I think it'll continue to do what it has been as a hedge against declining currencies. But I do think it has a good future.
Thank you, Jerry.
Always fun.
Love to
Thanks.
have that information. I think
Yeah.
he's being modest here. I think we're going to see it go very high. But
Well,
then-
it's
and what do
jumping like
I
crazy
know?
today.
Yes.